The concept of a solar system or a galaxy does not exist here. There is no empty black void of space filled with silent stars and floating rocks. Instead, there is wood, bark, leaves, and an ancient living structure holding all of reality together. Imagine a tree so massive that the roots dig into the deepest darkness and the branches brush against the ceiling of existence. This is the ash tree, the great connector, the spine of the cosmos. To understand the map, one must first understand the tree. It is not just a plant, it is the road, the foundation, and the lifeblood of everything. The structure is vertical, a three-tiered hierarchy of existence, but it is also chaotic, shifting, and alive. It pulses with magic and danger. The view starts at the very top, in the canopy of this colossal ash. Here, the air tastes like ozone and ancient power. The light does not come from a single sun, but seems to radiate from the inhabitants themselves. This is the upper level, the penthouse of the universe, where the architecture is designed to intimidate and impress. High within these upper branches sits the realm of the ruling powers. It is a fortress, a golden enclosure fortified against the chaos outside. Walls made of impossible heavy stones surround meadows that never brown or wither. The roofs here are not just homes, they are monuments to strength and glory. Roofs are thatched with golden shields that gleam blindingly bright. This is the seat of authority, the place where order is imposed upon the universe. It feels impenetrable, a bastion of civilization amidst the wild cosmic overgrowth. Connecting this golden fortress to the rest of the tree is a piece of infrastructure that defies physics. It is a bridge, but not made of stone or wood. It is made of fire, water, and air, woven together into a solid rainbow. It hums with energy, a burning path that scorches the feet of anyone unworthy who tries to cross it. This bridge acts as the only secure highway down to the lower levels, a shimmering link between the divine and the mundane. It is constantly watched, constantly guarded, because if this bridge falls, the fortress falls. Not far from the Golden Fortress, but distinct in its vibe, lies another realm in the upper canopy. This one feels older, wilder, and more in tune with the natural rhythm of the tree. It is not about stone walls and shields here, it is about the deep magic of the earth and sea. The forests here are lush, overgrown, and humming with sorcery that feels heavy and fertile. It is a place of peace, but a dangerous kind of peace, the kind that comes from the raw power of nature unchecked. It serves as a counterpart to the warrior fortress, representing the softer yet equally powerful side of divinity. Also nestled in the upper reaches is the home of pure light. This place is nearly impossible to look at directly. It is blindingly beautiful, a realm of ethereal geometry and brilliance. The atmosphere here is thin and crisp. The inhabitants are not made of heavy flesh and bone, but seem woven from the light itself. It is a realm of art, intellect, and detachment, floating high above the grime and grit of the lower branches. It feels like a dream, distinct from the heavy, grounded reality of the other worlds. Moving down the trunk, the atmosphere changes. The air gets thicker, heavier. This is the middle tier, the center of the tree, the crossroads of the universe. Right in the middle of it all sits the realm of mortals. It is called the middle enclosure for a reason. It is surrounded by a massive, impassable barrier designed to keep the terrors of the outside world at bay. This place is familiar. It has seasons, tides, forests, and fields, but it is besieged. Encircling this land is a vast, churning ocean, dark and deep. And in that ocean lies a serpent, a beast so large it wraps around the entire world and bites its own tail, holding the waters together with its massive bulk. The tension here is palpable. It's a fragile island of safety in a sea of monsters. Just across the waters, or perhaps through a dark, twisted path in the woods, lies the land of the giants. This place is the antithesis of the golden fortress above. It is a realm of extremes, jagged mountain peaks that pierce the sky, dense iron woods that block out the light, and storms that never end. The scale here is wrong. Everything is too big. The cups are the size of barrels. The houses are the size of castles. It is a land of primal chaos, of rock and ice and brute force. It feels hostile, a place where the environment itself is trying to kill anything that enters. It is the wild frontier, the untamed wilderness that constantly threatens to swallow the orderly world in the middle. Beneath the soil of the middle world, deep underground, lies a realm of caves, tunnels, and forges. It is hot here, smelling of sulfur and molten metal. This is the industrial zone of the universe. The only light comes from the glow of furnaces and the sparkle of gems embedded in the rock walls. The sound of hammers ringing against anvils never stops. It's a claustrophobic maze of endless craftsmanship, where the most magical and dangerous objects in existence are hammered into shape. The inhabitants here live in the dark, shunning the sun, which turns them to stone. It is a place of greed, skill, and secrets, hidden away from the open sky. Descending further, the roots of the great ash tree plunge into the primordial depths. This is the bottom tier, the foundation of reality, and it is a grim place. One root delves into a realm of eternal ice and mist. It is a wasteland of freezing fog, where the rivers run with venom and the ground is permafrost. It is the cold pole of the universe, a silent, deadly expanse where life struggles to exist. The cold here is absolute, a sucking void of heat that feels like the end of all things. Opposite the ice, under another root, lies the realm of fire. It is a burning landscape of lava fields, volcanoes, and skies choked with ash. The heat is blistering. Flames dance like living things, and the ground cracks and shifts constantly. It is the spark of creation and the fire of destruction all in one. A massive figure stands guard at the edge of this burning land, holding a sword of flame, waiting for the final days to burn the tree down. The contrast between the ice realm and the fire realm creates a tension that generates the energy for the rest of the universe. And then there is the final destination. Deep down, beneath the roots, lies the realm of the dead who did not die in glory. It is damp, gray, and silent. Heavy gates guard the entrance, and the walls are high and forbidding. The atmosphere is one of despair and lethargy. It is not a punishment exactly, but a waiting room of shadows. A great river separates it from the living, echoing with the sound of knives. The ruler of this place is half living, half corpse, presiding over a hall where hunger is the plate and famine is the knife. It is the ultimate drain, the place where all energy eventually fades away. But the tree is not just a static map of locations, it is infested with life. A massive eagle sits at the very top of the canopy, blown by the winds, watching everything with ancient eyes. It creates the breeze that flows through all the worlds. Down at the very bottom, gnawing at the deepest root, is a dragon. It represents decay, the inevitable entropy that eats away at the foundation of the universe. It chews and chews, trying to topple the structure from below. Connecting the top and the bottom is a squirrel. It sounds ridiculous, but this creature is the messenger of insults. It runs up and down the trunk, carrying malicious words from the dragon at the roots to the eagle at the top, ensuring that the tension between the high and low never fades. It is a symbol of gossip and strife that keeps the universe in conflict. Deer leap among the branches, eating the leaves, their antlers dripping with dew that falls down to become the rivers of the mortal world. The tree suffers. It is chewed by dragons, eaten by deer, and rotted by water, yet it stands. It is a symbol of endurance. The connections between these realms are not always physical. Sometimes it's a cave mouth that leads to the underground. Sometimes it's a ship sailing west until it falls off the edge of the map. Sometimes it's the burning Rainbow Bridge. The boundaries are thin. On certain nights, the mist from the ice realm bleeds into the mortal world. On other days, the thunder from the gods' chariots shake the mountains of the giants. It is a connected ecosystem, a web of cause and effect, where a leaf falling in the golden fortress can cause a storm in the world below. This is the map. It is not a flat piece of paper or a globe spinning in a vacuum. It is a vertical, living, breathing organism. It is a tree that connects the ice to the fire, the living to the dead, and the gods to the monsters. It is messy, it is dangerous, and it is constantly under attack. But as long as the ash tree stands, the universe holds together. The roots drink deep, the branches reach high, and life continues in the fragile spaces in between. This is the reality of the cosmos, suspended in the branches of the great timber, waiting for the day the roots finally snap and the fires consume it all. But until that day, the squirrel runs, the dragon gnaws, and the rainbow